Ay 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 dee ay 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 dee die die. Ay ay die die ay ay dee die die. Ay 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 die 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 die. Dee die dee die dee die die. Ay 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 die ay ay dee die die. Hello, everybody. We are here back with the Sfas Emes. Isa kol moedim batzeres v'ina nami lekol shavu nesinas Torah l'Yisrael. We're learning a very challenging Torah from the Sfas Emes on Chag HaShavuos from a very long time ago, Tafresh Nun Aleph, that everybody agrees that on Atzeres, that on Shavuos, Hashem gave the Torah to the Jewish people, and it's written in Pirkei Avos, Gedoyle Torah shenesenes chayim b'olam hazeh v'olam haba. Torah is the greatest gift that Hashem has given humanity. Is it? I would say, to paraphrase what he's saying, the Pirkei Avos, great is Torah because it gives life in this world and the world to come. What does that mean? What does it? It gives life in this world and world to come. As it says in Tehillim, Torah Hashem Tamima Meshivas Nafesh. The Torah of Hashem is perfect, it's pure, and it returns the soul, it elevates the soul. The soul is on a higher level, and it's opposite all of the material side of this world, which we're calling here the goof is literally our body. So our souls are on a higher level, and they have the soul has a different need than our body has as a need. Our bodies and our souls, they fight one another. One of the, and again, this is all we have to look at this whole Torah, this whole idea that he's bringing. Don't get sidetracked by any one statement yet. We normally say that one of the challenges that the body has is that it is never satisfied, right? And certainly anybody who enjoys eating food can relate to that. There's something good, we want more of it. It tastes so good. Even though we know probably shouldn't eat more of it, right? But if you were to give a child a chocolate cake, right, they don't have the power to control themselves. They're going to eat as much of the cake as they can until they get sick. Don't try that at home, right? Because it tastes so good. Chocolate cake. So we have a common idea, and of course, in many other realms, that the body is not satiated. Then that's one of the pitfalls of our goof, of our body, is that it's not satiated. The Sfas Emes introduces an idea which I'm sure it's somewhere else, I've just never seen it, that just like the body has an insatiable appetite, the soul also has an insatiable appetite. The soul is not satisfied with mitzvos and good deeds. Shilamala, shehi milamala ein sham. Achen ha'Torah nosenes derech shenitzkayim hanefesh beguf. So the Torah gives a way that the soul can be established in the body, lachein mishavas nafesh, and it provides a sense of completeness, of satisfaction. That's the word I'm looking for. In other words, that the soul too has an insatiable appetite, different appetite than the physical body, and it's not completely satisfied with the mitzvos and the good deeds. But when the soul is involved with Torah, it gives the soul a sense of satisfaction and the ability to be able to dwell in the body without conflict. We say in Tehillim, we say it every Shalashidis. We sing a lot of times Psalm 23, right? I want to pull it up so we just read it because it's so beautiful. And it says, Nafshi shoivev yancheni b'maglei tzedek l'man shemoy. He leads me to right? He leads me to water and places of rosary. He renews my life. Nafshi shoivev. He renews my life. He guides me in right paths as benefits his name. Nafshi shoivev b'maglei tzedek. Shehatayra. How does Hashem do that? How does Hashem lead us? Does Hashem provide signs along the way? Are there's what's the GPS? What's the way? Shatayra morederech. The Torah shows us a way. Ech lashivas hanefesh beguf. How we can, literally means to return the soul and the body into the body. So the Torah gives the soul a way to be at peace and to be fulfilled with the body. Perushim shebli Torah ein nefesh misyashev la'asais pulos harois la. Without Torah, the soul is not misyashev. It's not satisfied. It's restless to do activities which it normally would. And those holy ones, that is, our ancestors, who lived on this earth before the Torah was given, lived in a great level of self-sacrifice. And he says, not derech hateva. They were able to, it was beyond nature that they were able to do what they did. And we're talking about the avos. Avakashin says, Torah yichol kol ish Yisrael limsoi loy kiyum al pi mitzvah Torah lishyeshev nefesh beguf. But since the giving of the Torah, which we're observing on Shavuot, everybody can find a way to be mekayim, to establish through doing the Torah and mitzvahs, al pi mitzvahs Torah, through the mitzvahs of the Torah, to create an opportunity for the soul to sit, to be placed in the body without a dissatisfaction. As it says in Pirkei Avos, nobody is free and the only person who is free is one who is oisik b'Torah, who's toiling in Torah. Shemashbis hamilchama sheben hanefesh v'aguf lechen hu ben chorin. Because the soul has a unique set, a unique need and a unique desires, and the body has its unique way and desires, they're always at battle with one another. And the only way, says the Sfas Emes, that you can be free. What does he mean by free? Not like free to run down the street and do whatever you want, but free from the turmoil, internal turmoil of this internal conflict between the soul and the body, is with the Torah. A person who's oisik b'Torah. Oisik b'Torah literally means to be involved with, right? To be involved with Torah, which is not just study of Torah, but it's practicing of Torah through the mitzvos. And in this way, the person is free. You know, it's so interesting. I was speaking to a person this week, and they said, I really like traditional Judaism. I think it's very beautiful. But, you know, I can't do it because of all the rules. I'm oppositional. I don't like all these rules. And it wasn't the right place to speak about it. But unfortunately, so often, Torah Judaism is presented as a rule book. It's like, here's a book of rules, follow these. And if a person is in any way, shape, or form oppositional to rules, which means like every teenager in the world, they're going to look at these rules and they're going to be like, what do I need these for? What possible thing do these help? I got enough rules out there. Why are you giving me more rules? I don't like to follow rules. I want to do what I want to do, right? So what part of the body is that speaking? It's actually could be both. It could be the soul and it could be the body. The rules regarding what's good for us to eat. Body says, I want the fattiest, juiciest, steak, even though probably I shouldn't eat it. The soul also is unsatisfied. I spend all day in this office or at this job, doesn't provide me any satisfaction. I saw a cartoon yesterday. It was from Sunday, but I didn't read it till yesterday, where the boss walks in and says, your other guy's doing so much more work than you, logging twice as many hours. So the other guy says, well, it could be that he's just a novice, takes me half the amount of time to do the job. Or it could be that he's lying about how many hours he's working. Or, and then this one, I love this one, or it could be that he hasn't become completely numbed by working in this job, right? In other words, that the person is so dissatisfied with what they're doing in life that their soul is restless. How do we create a sense of quiet? How do we create a sense of excuse me? How do we create a sense of harmony between the desires of the soul and desires of the body? Shavuos reminds us that freedom from this internal struggle, from this restlessness of the soul and the ever demands of the body, that we can find a harmony from this if we are oisek b'Torah. Shavuos is the Rosh Hashanah of spirituality, right? It is the opportunity of our year to renew our spiritual connection to Torah. And the Sfas Emes, in this beautiful piece from Taf Reish Nun Aleph, is reminding us of one of the key elements that Torah provides, that it is this guide. It's a Mora Derech. It shows us the way. And like a GPS Waze might show us the way from A to B, the Torah shows us the way to live a life free of, or less impacted by this struggle of the soul and the body. May we all be zeiche to be mekabel the Torah b'simcha, to receive the Torah simcha. May we look beyond the narrow vision of those who have taught that Torah is just a bunch of rules, and see that Torah is a bunch of just unbelievable instruction and guide for life. And to really renew our commitment. Every year we're supposed to be Makabel the Torah. We're supposed to receive Torah anew every year on Shavuos. May we do so with simcha, b'shleima, with completeness, with ahava, with love, with tamimus, with purity. And may we all merit to the great receiving the Torah, b'mheir Remeinu, in Yerushalayim.